Alright, we're out on another adventure this morning here on Appin Road. Are we in Appin or not?
Yeah.
On the outskirts of Appin. All the cars are slowing down because they think I'm a speed camera. We're going to jump over this fence here. We're going to go see, what's it called? Glen Lorne, the remnants of Glen Lorne Dairy Farm. There's a few things left in here. Lorraine has been here before and she's told me that once upon a time you were able to get in through the side here, and there's a huge puddle on the other side of this fence. I'm going to climb over and I'm going to jump down in that puddle, Lorraine, and I'll let you start walking up. So this was the old driveway?
Yeah.
So this is the old driveway. So this, what, 1800s, we're talking horse and cart, yeah? We're talking horse and cart. This is from the 1800s.
Yeah.
No cars then. Horse and cart. And
there was a long occupation here, so we're going to find some relic of quite a few.
oh, cars,
vehicles.
okay, originally, yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, let me jump over and we'll start up again. All right, we've just jumped the fence here, made our way into the old remnants of the dairy farm. Have a look at this, an old Telecom Australia sign: caution, cable in this vicinity before digging, obtain details by ringing underground cable locations listed in the local telephone directory. I do not think, do they still have telephone directories? I don't get telephone directories dropped off anymore. Now Lorraine tells me there is a couple of wells up here, deep wells, that are hidden in grass like this. So I have to be very careful filming that I don't fall down into some well. It will make good video, but we have another couple of ventures.
These trees?
Yep.
They're heritage listed and protected.
Do you know what they're called?
Radiata palms or something like that.
Oh, radiata pines?
Pines.
Yeah, radiata pines, yeah. I used to work with that, that's good.
So yeah, they're protected, these trees.
Oh wow. Yeah, they look amazing, the top there. They look prehistoric, from the dinosaur time.
For some reason they intentionally planted them.
Yep, back in the day.
And you'll find them all around like beach locations as well.
Yeah.
Along beach promenades. For some reason they thought they were really nice.
They look beautiful to me. Look at the branches that splay off in all different directions. And the ferns, like I said, the ferns look like they're from the time of the prehistoric dinosaurs.
Oh, I think we've got some bubbers growing.
What's growing?
Some bubbers.
What's...
Baby
Oh, baby ones. Oh, okay, yeah. Just here.
I think we'll have a close look.
Probably seeds that have fallen down from these ones. What a day, eh? It was pouring down all week. I've been getting soaked every day. Apparently it's meant to be pouring down tomorrow.
And when I looked on weather,
yeah,
there's 89% chance of rain today.
80–90% chance of rain today? Really? I didn't even see that. They're always wrong, the weather forecasters. Look at that. Barbed wire goes straight down underneath my feet somewhere. So these are old posts, maybe from... What? I would say they're from a holding pen. You know, when they used to buy cattle from livestock markets, and you see all those holding pens where they back the truck up. That's what I'm thinking they're for. Unless they're posts for the boundary. Ooh, we got long grass. Danger. Yeah, you get all the spiders for me, Lorraine.
What is probably the location of the house itself.
So the house was here?
Yeah. And we'll find some evidence.
Yeah.
Through here.
So Glen Laura, as it was known, originally.
This one's
Lorne.
Lorne.
Oh, this is Lorne. There's another one, Glen Laura.
Was back on Woodhouse Drive.
Oh, okay. So there was two.
A little bit of roofing here.
Oh yeah, here we go. Corrugated iron.
Roofing. More roofing here.
Yeah. Yeah. Some 1800s corrugated iron. We got some Bits of 4x2 leaning up against the tree there.
And we'll probably just have to circumnavigate just this little part here.
Yeah.
To find
there you go, you've got the boundary
two-
fence.
2 chimney stacks.
2 chimney stacks, I'd love to see those.
Yeah. Oh, they're not stacked anymore. It's a pile of bricks.
Oh, they've just fallen down.
That was the location.
Well, there we go, we've got the fence on either side. So fence here, there's a post with barbed wire and a fence there with barbed wire. So we're smack bang in the middle of the driveway here.
Yeah, and it's possible this fence went in after
Yeah,
the
it
house
might.
was here as well.
Yeah.
To keep access down to the Georges River, which is not far from here.
Yeah. All right, let's head on through and see what we can discover.
And as you can see, we're far from the only people that come and have a look at these heritage listed sites.
Yeah.
So it's nice that it's kept all natural.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love it. Here we go.
So good that people can come
Choppers.
visit.
Choppers coming to look for us. What is it, Westpac? Looks like a Medi type chopper.
We'll get back in there because we want to find some more relics.
Okay, yeah, on the way back out, we'll have a look. Look how long that fence goes down.
We've still got more. This could be vehicles, but we're going to find some definite vehicles.
Excellent. Are we going to head along this boundary fence?
Yeah, maybe I was wrong. Maybe that's the fence.
House down here?
Maybe not. Let's have a look. It's been a couple of years since I've been here.
Yeah. Let's go have a look. So we've come up through the driveway over here and now we're starting to see a lot more corrugated iron, and Lorraine has informed me that this was the original place for the house that burnt down. When did it burn down? 1981. Yeah, I think it was 81. 81, and then someone had done a...
The reports say that by the 1970s the place was debilitated.
Yeah, that's right.
So that just means it was still standing.
Yeah.
Something here.
There was something here, but
and then it's went down.
like everything. It's funny that 1981, that's when the maltings closed down as well. And
funny.
Yeah, and in Urama Castle as well, the same thing. That last gentleman that owned Urama Castle in the 60s had nearly finished it, bringing it back to its former glory, and then the bushfires went through and it burned to the ground again. And it's remained the way ever since up there at Falconbridge. So you reckon this is the front door?
I think this is possibly one of your front door steps.
Yeah.
And this is one of the chimney piles.
Chimney stacks. Yeah.
Because the house was weatherboard, so all the brick bits were chimneys.
Yeah.
And there were a few chimneys on the side.
Lorraine's got some amazing old pictures of the Weatherboard House that she's going to send me, so I'll add that into the slideshow of this video. This is what you've got to be careful with. If you ever explore places like this and you're silly enough to wear thongs like I do, just watch out for things like this. So who knows what's under this dirt here? You know, you had a metal detector. Who knows what shows up? Old coins, jewellery maybe? It got me. The spider web got me. That's a strong spider web. I can't even break it.
Yeah, and we've got all the non-indigenous garden plants here too.
Yeah. So this is, you reckon the house was in here?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Look, everything's just on the ground here. There's the better view of that tree. Did you get a picture of that tree from here? Look how nice that looks. Radiator pine. Radiator pine.
Don't quote me.
Okay, don't quote her.
We'll double check.
We'll double check.
I could be making it up as I go
All
along.
right, don't quote us.
Down the yellow brick road with Lorraine.
It's funny that you should say yellow brick road. I actually posted that this morning.
Oh, did you? No way.
I said 6 a.m. rise and shine. We're going a long, long way from home, Dorothy. Follow the yellow brick road.
Up the garden path.
Oh God, I am just covered in...
And possibly Simon could be going down the rabbit hole if he's not careful.
Yeah, what does this say? Press first. So we're looking at a can from the late 70s to the mid 80s. Look at those pushing. See, a lot of people these days wouldn't even have seen cans with... Remember those holes?
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. So what we used to do, if you were a strong kid back in the day, you wouldn't even push that little one. You would just go straight for the big one. And if you could open that with one thumb press, you're a legend.
I think we got some like parts.
Unfortunately, there's nothing left.
Foundation,
Yeah.
like to build the house on. That's
Old stonework. I would love to, again, like I said, with that tuberculosis cemetery, I wish I could spend a day, a bed frame. Oh yeah, you're right. Where's these wells you speak of so I don't fall through? Yeah, there you go, some sort of bed frame there. Yeah, definitely. That's like something to hold a mattress.
Everyone must have been much leaner back in the day,
Yeah,
because the beds were much,
yeah, well, you think
there
about
were no king size or queen size,
you
it was
think it,
super skinny size.
you think about it, to run a farm back in the day, you're up at 6 o'clock and you don't finish until sunset. There's not a lot of time to put on weight, and you're not going down to your local 7-Eleven to buy junk food. Let me go over here and see what's over here. Is there? Okay, I'm just going to come through here. Okay, so here's the well. I think so. Is there? Let's see how I do. Yeah, it's pretty full as well. So we're not falling through. Someone's been kind enough to put a tyre there to stop the grass from overlapping it. Yeah. Yeah. You can see the...
Yep, there's your corner.
Yeah. It goes along there and around the corner there. So I'm on the edge of the house here, down that way, and then if I look that way, it's down this way. So these trees have reclaimed right over the top of the house.
And it was somewhat of a fancy house. They had some...
Yeah, terracotta piping, flutes. Oh no, that's drainage.
I think reading online, there was a couple of generations of renovation.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say that'd be from a lot later. That's not from the 1800s. You're talking 1900s there. Oh, be careful of these things if you ever explore. They are spiky as. I've still got spider webs all over me. What? Looks like an old telegraph wire with some... That's what those things were I couldn't think of when we found they're called insulators for the electrical wires. Yeah. When we found that old train wire or pole, when we did the looking for the siding there at Corley's. Look at that, that is ancient. Everything's built in wood these days. That power line, I think it is. See, there's something under here. A lot of this is covered with grass. You've got to be careful where you walk. Look at that. I don't know if that's coming through or if it's in the sun. It's got 4 insulators up there. Looks like someone's throwing a bicycle rim on there. So someone from down here is throwing a bicycle rim that throws you off. So this is just a pole with 4 insulators that would have ran wires maybe to the road over there. Got a few more things over there. Let's go see what else we can find. Lorraine has pointed this thing out. I've never seen this. She calls it like a puff of fungi.
Yeah, it's a type of fungi. I don't know the proper word.
Filled with, looks like ash. Do it again.
Yeah, they'll be mould spores. But it's not black mould, so...
Nice. Alright, we're going to walk straight through the heart of the house now.
There's probably another chimney here.
Yeah.
But a big, lovely, stated house like this would have had probably a chimney in every room.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because back in the day, it would have been chilly. This reminds me a little bit of the flint and steel house that we did at West Head, where there's only remains of, and that house also burnt down in 1971, I think.
And it's such a shame, like Australia's got such a short colonised history,
Yeah.
and we just seem to be hell bent on pushing over all our old
No one cares anymore, yeah.
buildings.
Everyone looks out for their own interests. No one gives a shit about history. That's why I wish well, back when I was younger, there was only the Super 8 cameras, but God, it would have been great if someone back then was taking video of places like this and they would upload. You do find from time to time things uploaded on YouTube of days out, you know, the traffic back in the 50s, 60s and 70s. But that's why I want to...
When I came here a couple of years ago, this tree cover here wasn't so much. I could walk through there.
Down here, yeah.
But these trees are growing up through another old chimney.
Yeah. It's so sad. These corrugated iron that you see all over the ground here, they are still burnt from the fire. So what are we looking at? 20, 40, 41 years? 41 years ago. 41 years ago this burnt down, and the corrugated iron is still crispy from that time.
Oh, look, we've got
Yeah, the hinges. Oh, for the gutters, yeah, the gutter brackets.
this is the place that just keeps giving and giving.
Yeah.
Others survive.
Like I said before, if you had a metal detector, there's that tree in all its glory. We're just now going to call it a tree because Lorraine,
A very special tree.
a special tree because Lorraine is not sure if it is the radiata pine. So we'll just call it a prehistoric tree.
Intentionally built, non-indigenous.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm a little bit flabbergasted by that because
Intentionally planted.
the gum trees around here are just spectacular.
Yeah. Alright, they also write of orchards being all around this place, and looking at it through here, it looks like these trees were specifically planted close together. It actually looks like an orchard. There's no fruit growing off them. I don't think they're fruit trees, but that's very man-made, all these trees put together the way they are. I can only imagine what it did look like back in the day. They would have been sitting out here in the sun basking. There wouldn't have been a very quiet road out there. The animal and the bird life back in the day would have been impressive before humans ruined the world, before we became too populated. We've got another chimney stack here that's just in a rubble of bricks. You could not tell that it was a chimney stack, but that's what it was in the arse end of the house here. And over here, there's a whole bunch of stuff over here. Newer corrugated iron. It might have been a shed here. If it was an orchard, it might have been a shed here back in the day, but this is corrugated iron. What is it? A grill, yeah, of a car. Yeah, definitely. So you think we're going to find some abandoned vehicles, yeah? Oh, we've got a huge thing here, Lorraine. It's like a little, maybe a sewer or something. Do you know of a sewer? Yeah, septic tank. I don't know, it's huge. Come and have a look. You would know a little bit more than me. Oh, God. Got to be careful. I'm filming and I'm getting into all these spider webs. That one was a big one. Look at that. Sewer or drinking water? I don't know. Drinking water would be a lot higher than that, I'd say, though. But it's a big one. There's more bricks over there, stacked right up. There's spiderweb right here. That one I can see. There's a whole bunch of bricks here as well. Who knows what that was?
I don't know what was here, but it was flanked by
Maybe an outhouse. It makes sense for the.
a lot of concrete, beautiful concrete over here.
Makes sense that a dunny's there and the sewer tank over here. Although it's a huge sewer tank, if that's what it is. Got some things up in the distance there.
And something
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just.
was there.
I was just thinking. That's a lot of bricks there. Again, maybe like a little shed or something. Could have been. What did you say? Where they store the meat?
Oh no, we'll get there.
Oh, we're not.
Back over that way.
Oh, that's over that way. So. Yeah, have a look on the other side there. Do you think it's a septic tank or not? Sewer tank? That's a lot later. That's not 18. I don't think that's 1800s.
No.
This is. Oh, spiderweb, spiderweb. This is formed. That concrete that's been formed into a circle. That's from. I don't know. That even could be.
Crikey. Okay.
That could have been from the 1950s. Did you not? Have you not seen this the last time you were here?
No.
Oh, okay. So you've
I
missed this.
one.
See, this is the beauty about returning to some places. Lorraine's been here before, but she never came across this.
Bit, yeah.
We did the same with the up at Urama Castle. There was like a well there and a meat room there. A friend of mine called Craig, who's watches a lot of my videos, he pointed me in the direction of them, so we had to go back and find him again.
That's what I think this building over here was a meat room, but also doubled as a safe house or safe room.
Could be, yeah, possibly. We're only speculating, but we've got to throw something out there.
We just know this is an area of the Frontier Wars. So,
The Frontier Wars.
Yeah, the Frontier Wars.
Yeah, the Frontier Wars went down here.
Most homesteads and that had a safe place to.
Here we go, we've got it.
And further down the road, unfortunately on private property, there's a similar building, but it's actually got guns to it. You know, the little.
Yeah, really? Oh, okay. Here we go, we've got a hole here for another paddock, so they would have shifted animals from one to the other, and we've got a whole bunch of. Are these the cars you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got like a water tank. And this grass is very high. You've got to be careful here. You don't know what you're treading.
Check out the dairy and.
We've got some turtle doves flying around. That's some old vehicles. Glen Lorne. Glen Lorne, yeah? Glen Lorne Dairy Farm. This is the remnants of Glen Lorne Dairy Farm. If you want to do some Googling. Glen Laura, not Glen Laura, Glen Lorne. Yeah, so this looks like a water tank. And that's an old one. Look at how they've riveted it down the centre there. Wow, look at the real deal Australian steel here. We've got, again, I need my man Mavericks. He would know what that is. I've seen this kind of car on shows like the Sullivans and stuff like that. An old ute. Forget what that is. It'll be a Holden. Oh. There's the bonnet.
I think there's two vehicles.
Yeah, there are two vehicles. This is a nice picture from here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Once you get on this side, you'll get a great picture of it. So it looks like they might have been driving them around this way, or coming from that gate this way. There's a door. That is incredible. Have you seen this, Lorraine?
Yeah.
The door, the tree has grown through the door.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
You've seen this bin before?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Now that reminds me.
Is this like a Morris or something? The Morrises had a
I think, yeah, it could be a Morris. You might be right. You might be right. I can't believe that. Look at that.
Looking at the back chrome bumper bar on
Yeah,
the
there's
other
still a little
car
bit.
almost looks, oh shit,
Yeah, no, I was going to mention that too.
almost looks like
We've got some axles here. Look at that. That door skin, or the complete door, has been there a long, long time. What's in there?
yeah, I think there's something in there.
How dense is it in there?
And we've got Appin sitting
Okay, so we've got the back end of a vehicle here. We've got some drum brakes, and we've got some bushes, cross member. Someone's tipped it upside down. So this is upside down. The doors, that door over there was open. This door was semi-open, and a little sapling has just grown through it. This door here was left open. You had a bench seat in this one. To think, again, these would have been brand new off the production line one day. There would have been a person that was over the moon when he first purchased this back in the 1900s, and this is where it lies today. This is where its grave is. I was actually going to sit in this car and have Lorraine take a picture of me driving it, but there's a lot of sharp bits of metal. You've got a rose bush, some sort of thorny bush growing through there. Here's the steering wheel. The steering wheel still, the whole column turns. And down the steering wheel, they've still got some fuses hanging down from the ignition. Oh no, I don't think it is the ignition. The ignition was up here. There's the ignition here. It might have been a blinker or something. Yeah, you might be right. It might be Morris, but the tree's actually grown through it as well. There's the fuel tank in that one. But whatever it was a ute. Got the little window winders to open. That was one of the smartest designs back in the day, to have those little windows on the side there where you could let the cold air in and it would demist your window, and if you were struggling for some air and you wouldn't get wet. They don't do them anymore. You used to have these on the HRs, on the Holden HRs. Now one of the smartest designs, those little side windows, but you rarely see them anymore. These days the whole window just comes up and down. There would be spirits here. Spirits are looking at us now. They're trying to tell us something. Yeah. Old and dead those trees look along the boundary there. Alright, we're just backtracking, we're just going past that electrical tower. And I didn't think we'd find anything standing, but Lorraine has kept this as a surprise from me. We have the old, what we think is either a meat room or safe room, because it's got big bars on there. A meat room and safe room. Those bars look... And we've got an old shed up here. That was part of the dairy farm, you reckon? Let's see if we can get in here. Yeah, this looks like a little cell like you'd find in the old westerns, eh? Let's see if I can get in here. It had like a little window down the bottom here. That's all that remains. Let's see if I can look through there, see what's there. You used to be able to walk behind?
Yeah, and you know, get a kill shot through the bars.
Through the trees, yeah.
Let me out, let me out.
Yeah, that would make a great picture with it's too hard for you to get in there though.
Yeah.
We've got some graffiti over here. 2019 maybe. So someone else. Although there's not a lot of graffiti.
No, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of people don't know about this. Let's have a look at that dairy farm remnants shed. Okay.
And this place is heritage listed, so it's pretty daunting.
Yeah.
Are you looking to remove anything from this place, or
It's interesting
alter
how,
it whatsoever?
interesting how Mother Nature's trying to reclaim it and hide everything. Oh, this is late in the piece. This is red brick. This is like 1960s, 70s, maybe 50s, 1950s. It's like a hot water tank or something. Some sort of bean bag off in the distance there. First little bit of graffiti. We've got a boundary fence over here, so this probably would have had cows grazing in this field back in the day. More corrugated iron there. I would say all those bits are flowing off here. That's what it looks like. So as you can see, the roof has just got its timber supports and all the corrugated iron that you see on the bottom there, a whole bunch here. Look, there's one left up the top. There's one bit of corrugated iron left that's hanging on for dear life. Everything else has come down around. This is a solid structure, this one. Real solid. Adam and Matilda. So door on either side. One door, another one here, tree grown right in the way of it. Like an old coil spring. This one has signs of it being burnt as well. Yeah, if you look up the top there, it's had a fire.
Probably a different event.
Yeah. The walls are not showing any black, but that looks like a fire up on the timber there, doesn't it? It looks like it's toasty. Yeah, definitely. If you look at the corrugated iron, that gives it away. Look how rusty and burnt it is.
Yeah.
Can I get through here? If I push all this away, see if we can do a walk on through. Just to no room. Oh, there's something in here. Alright, this is where the fire started, and this is where the kids have been hanging out. So we did have the locals hanging out in here, probably smoking pot back in the day. And these probably keeping warm, maybe in the winter months. I've got a bit of water on the lens. How's that? I think that's a bit better. Yeah, that's what we've seen before. It's like a bean bag, and that might be part of the couch. Maybe the caretaker's quarters back in the day. Look how old that graffiti is. It's very faded. Someone might be watching this video and say, we used to hang out in this room back in the day. You going to come in, Lorraine? Yeah, come and poke your head in. You get some pictures in here. Just making our way back from the once drug den. Lorraine spotted a few things. Is there something up there as well? There's like a big concrete building up there. Am I seeing things? Have you ever seen that before? Come on the left hand side. Come on the left hand. Yeah, yeah. I'll be sweet. But yeah, have a look in the distance there. Looks like big columns or something.
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
You could be looking across the
someone else's house.
River.
You see it? I think my eyes are pretty good. We'll have to head up there and have a look.
Heading down to the Georges River, that's where the river is.
Yeah. I don't know what these things are. You're not seeing what I'm seeing? Maybe I'm seeing nothing. Yeah, we'll definitely head down to your chook sheds and dam, and then I'm seeing something up in the distance there. Maybe it's just a silhouette or something, I don't know. It looks like there's something, unless they're just trees. I don't know what these things were. Hole on the end there. Who knows? You reckon there's another building here? Yeah, I could feel things underneath my feet as well. I wondered when the last time this paddock was mowed or where animals were munching on. It could be just the tree, I don't know. We'll head up there later and see if we can see anything. Yeah. We came across a well with a tyre on it over there, but Lorraine did say there was two of them and we couldn't find it, and we've just stumbled across it. So luckily for me, there hasn't been any grass growing over the top of it, but they're filled. So have we got a stick? Pity that we don't have a stick to stick.
It's deep.
You reckon it's very deep?
Oh yeah, yeah. I tried with a stick before with my walking pole.
Oh, with your walking pole.
And yeah, it's deep.
Let's see if I can get a stick from somewhere and try. See if we can break something off one of these bushes.
Well, if you're happy to...
You reckon that's long enough? Yeah, try that.
It won't be long enough, but it's going to give you...
Alright, put it, yeah, put it, yeah, I'll try that. Okay, so we've got this stick here. Let's see if we lose the entire thing.
Yeah.
It's going into the abyss.
Yeah, it is an abyss.
Yeah, okay, so
yeah,
that stick there. Oh, I've got ants all over. Oh, God. So that stick there, what are we looking at? Probably 1.5, 2 metres. 1.5, 2 metres. Look at the ants all over me. Why did I actually get down on the grass there? Man, that's like a Who Wants to Be a Celebrity, get me out of here.
Booms every now and then.
The booms?
Yeah.
Yep. What?
Every now and then you hit.
Yeah.
That?
What's that?
That's the ADF on the other side of the Georges River. Over there it's coal country.
Yeah. What's the ADF?
ADF Holsworthy.
Army barracks. Oh, they're shooting. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, artillery.
Artillery. Yeah, yeah. They're setting off.
More likely bombing things up.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if that's coming through the camera.
Practice to bomb things.
Yeah, hang on there. See if it comes through the camera. 1 sec. When you try to get it on camera, they just stop. Alright, let's head down over this way. See this dam, remnants of chook sheds, and see if there's anything up there in the distance, or if my eyes are playing tricks. Lorraine has just dug this out of the dirt.
We've got a petrol tank here.
Yeah, I'd say this is part of a car. This might have been the bonnet of a vehicle, one side, And this is what was used to lift it up and look at the motor on the side. A lot of those older cars had that. And there's a fuel tank. Yeah, that's a fuel tank. Yeah, so that's an old piece of history there. She's digging her way through.
You only live once.
Yeah.
Make it worth it.
I would try open and close this, but there's so many ants on here. It's not going to close again, but there's the flutes. That would make sense with the flutes like that, getting the air in for a hot engine.
Yeah, definitely fine.
Yeah, I'd say the bonnet of a very old vehicle. What it is, I do not know. If you ever decide to come and explore Glen Lorne, all these little tracks around from the house over here are so boggy, these goat tracks. And Lorraine has noticed, looks like kids maybe had a tree house, maybe once upon a time.
Maybe a tree house,
yeah. There's some planks of wood that have been nailed onto the tree, and there's this tree that's not even part of the original tree just growing up right through the center of it. It's like they're mating. Maybe there was a tree house up there once upon a time. If there was, there's nothing there now. There's a few slabs of wood there. We do have an old yellow bin here, bottle bin. It's divided in the center. Never seen a divided bin before. That is literally factory. A factory divided bin. We don't have those. That must be old. Is there any name on this? Someone's burnt the stuff. City of Campbelltown. Yeah, but it's got like a divider in it. I've never seen that before. Not on the northern beaches. Never seen that in my life. We've got dead, like we went from those metal bins, you know, the ones you used to kick when you were a kid, to plastic round bins, to then having these big things, but they were, you know, green, blue, yellow, red. That's what we've got, but never a divider. I've never seen a divider. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So what? How would they throw them away? Would the rubbish trucks, when they tip it over, would there be a? It's a bit strange. Yeah. Yeah, it's strange. Well, that's the first time I've seen that. Unfortunately, there's nothing up there. Wouldn't it have been great if there's some sort of wooden treehouse still left hidden away here? But nothing. Take me to this dam, Lorraine.
The dam's down there, and I feel like the cook shed.
Up there. Well, let's do the dam first, and we'll try see if we can find remnants of the chook sheds.
Or it could be still further down here.
As Lorraine told us on our last adventure to Corley, the bush changes so much from week to week, let alone a couple of years, so she was struggling to find the remnants of this old dam, but she came down these little tracks, and all these little tracks that you see, so you'll see tracks here and you'll see depressions in the grass. That's all from the animals from around here. So we've got a lot of poop, a lot of deer, I'd say. So I've come across a lot of poop that looked like dog poo, and we also found some feces at Corley when we're trying to find that siding from deer, I'd say. So you see impressions in the grass. Where are you? So what is it, like a retaining wall? A dam wall? So you think this is part of Glen Lorne? Definitely, huh? This is a long way away from the farmhouse. The dairy farm. Yeah. Has to be what? Yep. Yeah, that's right. We can hear the creek in the distance. Okay, so we've got the barbed wire again. Okay, so we've got a boundary.
But if you come through here,
Yeah, hang on there.
it's a straight.
We've got a boundary fence of barbed wire. Jump over this. How'd you find this?
You'll be right. Oh, I knew, my Noah was telling me.
You know, oh, look at that. Now that's well worth it. That's, okay, so now that I look at this, it looks like the,
Police one.
no, it looks like the place up at Urama Castle that they built to have paddle boats on there. You know, they used to have their own little boats.
This is likely a water source.
Yeah,
And you need a rock bank on either side where you're going to build it.
yeah.
And this one's pretty cool because it's still intact.
This is beautiful.
And I came here at the end of the drought, so I didn't see it like this. I didn't see it this in blue.
Yeah, as you were walking down, Lorraine said to me that this is going to be empty, but this is full. This is the way you want it. So if anyone's thinking about doing this adventure here at Glen Lorne, make sure you walk around the fire trails and down the outskirts, because this is the kind of things that you'll find. You can see barbed wire over there. Look how old this dam wall is. Creek. So this just spills over. Yeah, I get your drift. Yes, it's just a spill. It's like Manly Dam where I live. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's nicely built. Yeah. Yeah, look how beautiful. You might, can you manage to get over here? You might get a nice shot of the waterfall from here. Look how the ledge protrudes a little bit from the actual stone wall. So it comes out a tiny bit. You've never seen it this full?
It had no water in it. It was bone dry.
Wow. How beautiful is that? I wonder if I can walk down in there. Let me see. I've got bare feet on.
So down the right hand side,
Yeah.
there, you can walk home
Oh, there's a little walking track.
to the River,
Mm-hmm.
to the creek runs into.
Oh, okay.
Short walk there. So imagine the family
That's
other times down on the river.
That's quite steep down there, but it looks like animal tracks straight down through here. Let's see if I can get down here without slip sliding. Oh, don't do that! I just shook that tree and it soaked my back. I shouldn't have worn white pants today. It's very mossy. Might be very mossy, but it's not very slippery. All right, here we go. We've got a frontal view of the dam. How picturesque is that? Just tipping over. It's quite deep here, so I don't think I'll be able to get in there. You see there, protrudes a little bit there, and just on there, probably about maybe 2 meters where it spills over. Some rocks have collapsed. You never know, that might have gone right across and that's what's fallen on either side, and that's all that's left. There is a lot of rocks that have fallen there. And she just goes down the creek. How beautiful it is down there. I don't know if that's coming through the camera, but that's real first blood John Rambo territory down there. This is where he'd be hiding out if the law was chasing him. Good work, Lorraine. This bit here made the day. Right, Lorraine said we should head down to the river a little bit, so we're going to head down.
Got something up here in the bush?
It looks like a car.
Do we want to try and guess what it could be before we get there?
I'm thinking it's an overturned car.
Yeah.
Wow, that's in the middle of nowhere. So you've not come across this before on your travels here?
I don't remember to
That's probably the one in the best condition of all the ones we've seen today. I wonder where that's come from. It's definitely come down this track.
There's a fire channel up as well.
Oh, okay, so
This is the back of Campbelltown.
see, this is the kind of stuff you find when you're exploring. Now this reminds me of Belmore Falls, when I did that with Magda back in 2016. As we were walking down to Belmore Falls, on the right hand side as you're walking down, there's a blue TC or TD Cortina. I've actually got it on film. You'll miss it. Someone's probably flown it off the top of the cliff there up at Belmore Falls. That's still got a bit of paint on it too, blue. It looks like it was blue once upon a time. Again, I don't know what it is. I need Mavericks here. Give us a look at the headlights. It might be a Val, you know. One of those old Vals. The Valiants.
Yeah, it looks like it's all brown there.
That's some real steel there. 4-door, we know that much. Maybe have a look at the... Wonder why I didn't make it down any further. Oh, so they've probably rolled it. So up the top there, they're probably... Look, someone's put some pink markers, ribbons. So people have been walking down here. I love abandoned vehicles. I always tell the story. Once upon a time, this would have been brand new in a car yard. A family, a guy who's just got his P's has walked in and gone, I want that car. He's bought it in pristine condition, so proud, he's washed it all his life, and look where it sits now. It's just lying here that only a handful of eyes can see. It could be a fair lane. I've got no idea. Has it got number plates on there or not? No. No, nothing on there. Yeah. Oh, when I bring Mavericks here, as I'm sure you'll want to have a good look at these type of things, you'll be able to tell me what it is. And all I can tell you, it's a 4-door. The passenger side front calipers still look to be in reasonable condition. Let's go see if we can see some brake pads. There's the coil springs. Yeah, no, I had a look. It looks like a fair lane. There we go. We've got like a fuel filter in there. There's a fuel filter left. You could tell from the engine, but I just can't read. It's upside down. There's some inscription.
The round lights like that?
I don't know. It look like square to me. Don't they look like a little bit squarish? I don't know. I'm just guessing. You know, I've got no idea. I'm just guessing. I wouldn't have a clue. Wouldn't have a clue what it is. Someone would be looking at this and owned one of these and gone, yep, that's definitely that, but no, I wouldn't have a clue. Okay, so I just walked down from the car up the top there, down this little animal track. Would you believe it? It's rolled on down. It's just resting on this track. Look at that big tree that's fallen across. And this now will take us down to the river, and then we'll have to turn around because we've been pretty much at this place for nearly half a day, and we've still got another 2 or 3 places to drive to and explore. So we've got to get this one out of the way and on to the next one. We're coming down this track here, and Lorraine has a pretty good idea that this was probably used by the family that lived up at Glen. If you look back at Urama Castle. They actually used to walk down to Numantia Falls. I think me and Jules did a bit of exploring at Numantia Falls. So they had a track too, and they used to spend days out. But if you go down here a little bit further, it actually looks like they've made their little steps here for the family to walk down back in the day. So they may have come down here and had picnics and just had a nice day out, because you think about it, in the 1800s, early 1900s, there wasn't a lot to do. So all you really would be doing on your days off, not tending to cows and everything else, is just going on picnics. You know, unless you were rich and you owned a car, it's just walking. So I think we're walking in the footsteps of the families. My battery is flashing, so that means it needs a battery swap. I'll just get a picture of this, a bit of footage of this camera. Oh, sorry, a bit of footage of this river, and then we'll shut it off and change the battery. Hopefully it doesn't die before I get there. Right down on the river. Well done. Wow, we wouldn't have been able to stand where I'm standing now a couple of weeks ago. Look what's washed down. Look how high the water is. The water was up the top there. All right, and what river's this?
This is the Georges River.
The Georges River.
So starts up behind Appin and makes its way out to Botany Bay, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks a little bit placid now, but you can imagine the roar through here.
Oh. This is flooded all the way up the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see how far the debris's been caught up there.
Even on the other side over there.
Yeah, I know.
The sandbank is covered.
The trees that have come down, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like they've been cut down, but they may have come down with the really strong rapids that have come down through the years.
Right.
You know, it looks like it's cut with a chainsaw. I don't know. Maybe they've cut it because it was a danger to people walking in the area, but...
Maybe, but prior to the floods,
Yeah.
that was a really nice sandy flat. Would have been a nice spot to camp.
Picnic, yeah. They might have picnicked that family. Here's a tree here. This is a perfect example of this tree being snapped by the torrent of water.
Yeah, this was all cleared last time I was here.
Yeah.
And the confluence of the little creek to the river up here was clear.
Yeah, plenty of cockatoos too. Making our way back to the car, back up to the farmhouse, and Lorraine spotted a milk urn, a very old milk urn. That's a long, long way away from the dairy farm. So someone's probably tracked it down here. What else? They might have been filling it up with water or something. Can you fill them up with water for it to be down here? They might have just left it down here as a water source back in the day, just in case they were thirsty. Who knows what...
Yeah, this whole area's got lots of explored.
Yeah, we definitely have to come back here again. We've come across so many things. Okay, so there's a fence there. Maybe I don't know what I saw. I think it's still up over there. We'll go past it, but now I'm starting to think it was just these coloured trees. So close together and they look like pylons. So. Just walking back to the farmhouse,
And I can see a pencil.
Glen, Lorne, and this is what Lorraine thinks is the remnants of the chook sheds, because we do have some chicken wire in the distance there. It looks like it's been crushed by this huge tree. And we do have some sort of vehicle under there. Looks like the bench seat is just here. But this is where the chooks were. I'd say they just would have left there. There's the leaf springs from the car. This would have been a nice place for the chooks, probably just to graze around. And you probably don't... There we go. Hold the phone. Yeah, what is it? Something else?
I don't know what it is. This is what made me think it was some sort of feeding system. See how it's got the boxes.
No, that's a petrol tank.
Oh, it is a
Yeah, it's a petrol tank. If you can you spin it around the other way? Is the fuel there you go.
There you go.
I think it is. I think it's a petrol tank, a really old one. I might be wrong, but considering there's parts of cars here, you know, could have something to do with the chickens. I don't know.
No.
It does. It just does. It looks like a fuel tank with the cars being here. It just goes. Yeah, let's head back. Let's head back because, like I said, we've got another couple of places to go. It is clouding over. We started on a beautiful sunny day. It is clouding over, so we want to get these other ones in before it starts pouring down. Looks like an old feed container. It could be an old feed container here from the chook shed. So we're just back up at the farm here, the dairy farm. I've had a look at what I thought was columns over there. It looks like a rock. Strange that a rock's that high, but it might be looking through the trees over there. So it was a false alarm. I got my monocular out. I've forgotten, every time I do bushwalks and explore places, I've got my flashlight and I've got my monocular, like a little single binocular, and I don't use it as much as I should. So I had a look through there, so it doesn't look like to be anything. So we're making our way back to the car here. We'll bid you farewell from Glen, Lorne. I have to thank Lorraine again to take me to this place. She's been to these places before, and without her knowledge and guidance, I wouldn't have a clue of finding these places. So it's good every now and again that I don't have to do all the research. It's actually nice to take a back seat and let someone else lead. So we'll bid you farewell from Glen, Lorne, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Adios.